connection is unstable. Oof. Akwaba. Akwaba. Where are sin dear, asin akadie. When you dear any view, where are sin akadie. Asin dumpim akadie. When you dear any view. Where are asin akadie, asin dumpim akadie. Asin dumpim akadie. When you dear any upside down conversation. Upside down convo. Upside down because so the Kevin Taylor, if you're Schwarzenegger, Odwan ye, any okitichi, atu adieswa, you know, say, is about to go down. But answer me beba live, no. And hon be a mini train ya baby. Na sadie no. Se me fa ego. And ye mess adie. But say I can say for such a time as this. And yes, a mehunan sana. Is also that simple if you're Schwarzenegger and you before Fred Matt TV, you deleted your message. What happened? Say if you're gonna who you me, said Kevin Taylor and who you me, say okay, Techin and who you me. Still, so more can't say me no cray. Now, and you know what's a member bomb, but so one. Upside conversation is going to do that. Me bano and can be on what them. Nimpa still me wa came be a man on abroni. Bankro for me and soundly. Omo can someone and someone as annoying as they are no me patch on the crabby. If you are sure me person mean control say. Sika bien ni wa eso a chain sika asante mine. If you are me repeating now. If you are sure, me nua ketewa if you are sure. Me ba say me bedu atem nso. Akrantie de kwa me ni wo bika. Me sraw ye nyina efia ho ye no. Enumre me pesa wudi ebufuo tie efie nu mu asem na me bebo no. Me pesa wutie abebuo sem wo ewom. Na mo maye mimbre. Kevin Taylor me ba say me bedi na tem enso akanya nsasem bia me bu mani guso a enye yie. Na ni nyina e fare ba me se anopai me ba live no obi be share me bufu pa ye se wo say ma share t-shirt we are is only to tell you say through it all and fa me go ebefu ni ntokwa me ne omo peye. I am not leaving this camp. I am not leaving. Yeah, me at 28 years na me nkasa e no. E hihye se kwasia bia ogu se Professor Wagon, I'm giving him his due respect. And then no can't say me say age is not synonymous to wisdom. And found was all ya kola na ya me dinner them. And now I can't answer Professor Wagon. Show ya my name be a count because or to me friend no catch him say ade or train wa initially or say someone who say you are disrupting or whatever. Now it all ended up to me can say Satan get behind me. Let Ken be Ken. Me patch on share money why na me buy me share. Mon country if you say me ba say me be dinner them. But at the end of done because what can't answer India. I have decided say me born na basso na yeah or china minya da ya na ma be dinner. By any day. So what kind of answer say me Saba so body no na me ba asem de ma no. Enti wunchi efia nchen ni ba asem a waka nsu tie. Emu odu na why a me pese ye fa ya adwen koso no se me madwen ho. Mi hu ye a che. Ba efia me srawa. Sika bia. Efia ubisa na ye de ma wo. Ne obeka bia ye se ye de be ma wo. Efia me srawa. Efia me srawa. Ma sante man hia wo. Ani ati efia shwa. Efia shwa me masika bia ndi wenim kai because wonim no kra no me bebo wenim ase. Efia nim no kra no. Ba se mo enso efia mu yi a obehwere mo. Efia ti se Kevin Taylor nso a bebe se ni bedi na tem na nso enwure. Ono so aka nyansa sem bia. Ntumi bedi na tem sisi a nsi abtre. Moma me mbo asem na okan ye na nyansa wo mu na ewo se yemfa mu aba na yemfa hu se there bi o ade we eso chen ba wo mi ane keno. Ba wo mi ana oye tu keka ye yusi no. Ye fia. Efia shwa menye, efia menji sika no ati. Efia mema Samira ndada. Na Samira wankasa so woni hukuru ba omiano. Samira nana do yusi mu mu ye tu keke. Senya akwane ye friend say. Akwane ni hu efu se tarantula ye friend say. Nana Kumia Beka said, Baumia is a tool and we are going to use him. He didn't mince words. He meant everything he said. Now, if you're sure or your asset, send your Ken your asset. Ken, onimnyan sapa, Ken. Entia na otumika se oni efie ni asem no na memeti ho because efia oya asset. Efia ni nnuoma. Nti efia ade na woni mu nnuoma. Na woma ebufuo nti. Woma asantima mbo hia o efia menye. Efia menye wati. Efia menye. Efia sa okobu asa side we a uhu ohu change bi dan kwasi nia ho. Efia wenu asem na me bebo wo na okan e na me gidi because me nim ya me nim e na me nim ya meti ye can be can me da asesa wo power tap mama. Efia me na me chi no nti me be ka kire mo se ne ho onfa so a montimase me chichi me na nka me chi no. Efia shwa but I'm telling you, that girl has links and connections that me, I don't have. Chiokodio, no way you make a two at chain. If you are links, ya mini. Now, if you are links and also, who must you do when you kinds? If you are no men, Mr. Kevin Taylor so fake you, fake you. The fact that he chooses to come here and want to be part of MPP, no woman who hear him. Boy, anyway, he pay me pass in Bedina, so I can't sing here. A bad boy MPP for. Baomia, you are being used. So when they can, boom one. Mubetun another Sulia. Nanado oye crafty. Nanado oye crafty. Now we have to outdo him. Ghana Jollof me if you to me echo the same page so echo dim komo sre. Hey, victory is possible. MPP4. Said DK fire to me by the page so because of person on me kasa. Say Hajia India even enra no that so friendly. Maybe didn't attend. E just say nkabo me eduabo. Ba mama mentra ma die bi. SKB ya chimni o. Ade we ya chim for omo pre aji. Hey, Me ba jo achimfo. Omo ti say British o ti na JB Danka senior. Ode ne ho kwo CIA no me say mi chi Kevin Taylor mi chi Efiahwa. Enso enyansasem nkofo mienu we aka na na duwe me ba bebo omo abaso. We will next time maybe on one time. But me catch MPP for you need Efiahwa Senator. You need Kevin Taylor. You need Musa Dankwa. You need ultimately Kennedy Japan. And I beg to beg again, you need Baumia. Baumia is a tool, Dr. Baumia be a winnie. Nanado or you would asante my mokai pra. Mokai se mudu prayer or some kata weni. Mokai ade achim for the year mohino ho. Mokai montam kesie. Nana oti kokoso mi bo mi mu ase na mi ka asem we. Nanado oyo wudini o Marie. Me see an upside down conversation which Maria Mwakwa Bwedu Pa ba ma ka asem chamo. Maria bre she needs to be recognized. Marie Beka no pre Marie kusemi kan kan ye di what. Yeah, Marie told Nebusia for she actually did love Ghana wati. Hey, Marie Michupa by way the American Prama Marie. Marie is one bold bitch. So to be catch and say, yes, no, for ye, nana, we are udini. Asante for me, Quamamo, can they Quamamo, a fear, the so comamo. More manusika enough, Ade, a fear, senior TV, let me tell you. No matter what, and perform me buomo, if ya can. Send ya Nana Mama Brown Amubuno, all but no ye boom from Nana Manana won your face out. My yana, ye fear the by the aunt, Nana Manana won your face out. Nana must starting with Sprinters Road, Dama, Edruno, Nana Macaw, Baneful, Nana Man, your whole paper, chow, a fianso, while building a whole year. I don't care time I didn't buy any more kind. Hey, sister, why maintaining by fear? We don't hold it. Want to say if you ask your catcher, Kenya Japan banner say man $100,000. Let me tell you, that bitch deserves that money and fucking more. Me. Because idea if you to me and she won't only be talking, if she's got links and she's got facts. Mijinity because oji numidi obisano or and she's an Aquarian. I know her type. Meaning the face because we are one of a fucking kind. If you munyano. You are not giving her what she deserves. Obia we to me a building no ho. Ni tiri ho tutu. We to me akwa hair surgery. Mumudu do saying. Ni nufu egu wa made gina ho. Madam Nubu respect. Na nama yetu Kevin Taylor cry to me kabi man nama. Mun kabi me fia. Hey girl no a building no ho. What bodam. I don't care what she wants to use penna for. How many people no more kwakofa in Yanka no my almost her bad side don't day, so that's my own. Obia will be. But if she's only in Baumia's camp because you can side, you know the treat her well. She's an asset. Missy Baumia be with me. I think you are another catch up or your shini. Hey, Asante for mon party, I'm much a train me a Menshia Montana Homa chimney Sakawa for Jomama Ubuni, Jomama Kaye. If you say a politics, Jomama Kayo, Jomama Wa. And a mumbeti audios are mati dada. But when you are listening to people and you are angry at them, I was saying, I would see your munumasem. Send your who so who person won't sa. Wotan for asa na wa chia wo pano metie no foforo hey if you sika bia dia ma wo no enso nchen asantiman if you enso nchen asantiman Samira yawa na se Samira hwe conspiracy theories no dose na muntie me. If you are asset, Ghana Jollof your asset, DK Fire your asset, Obi or Kasama Baumia be your asset, but they are all in the wrong camp, but they don't even know. Baumiana Kasapo or who send another you sneak it. Another 2 more thing. And if anybody knows this truth, that a fear,
Nana went to Nigeria to tell them not to finance Bawumia. Nana don't tell Aliko Dangote not to finance Bawumia, and that Bawumia is a Muslim. They are to Akanamano. When Kradia began to be cow Kradia Hekamaboda. Nana went and told Osaju, everybody in Nigeria, not to finance Bawumia, and that John Mahama is for only 4 years. I said, well, I'm not alleged. I said, well, I am not alleged because I spoke with them on the phone. I swear on my life, I'm not alleged. That's Bawumia of 4 years ago. Bawumia of 4 years ago. And after Bawumia 4 years ago, or no Nanando or the boy, I am not alleged. I am not. I am not. And you know, sir, dear Waya, and JBB, and my series of events all you know, one of Emma series of events, I am completed. It is what it is. Yeah, coach, now, baby, you understand? So, you know, he told us that I knew that, but this mama is just Nana is like he doesn't want Bawumia to win the elections. I told him that he's no, maybe it was before, but now he's even campaigning. You remember he even told me that? Yes. But yesterday he told Mohammed, he said he went into give donation to Bahama, which he did. And eventually, he made him to give donation to Bahama. I'm not concocting this. I am. But now he's in campaign. You remember he even told you that? But yesterday he told Mohammed, he said he went into give donation to Bahama, which he did. And eventually, he sent another donation of $1 million only to Bawumia. 1 million away, Papa. Ronaldo. 1 million also at the master of Bawumia campaign, Papa. Away. 1 million. All you listen to the body may torture us. I need a friend of torture. Say the people in our water. 1 million. I had the mouse of Bawumia and also so way. $1 million now. Yeah, the man was safe for Bawumia. Now, and also so way.
Abobi Bakawe man. Osha water in him. If you are sure, we have sister to our women before we say we do water. But I have some boy about supposed to win you kind. If you say, and yes, second side, and they are not giving you what you should be giving. Sister, ground full. Meow. Asante mine meow if ya. Nso wa one way you can. If you miss man way you can. Can me dinner things with yam and apple so. You still me know me. When you say announce with you. And say young fuck my partner so if ya. Me know me now. For such a time as this, I may know one. And yes, I may know back in one. Say me to your cousin sister, you Jimmy. could be a Santina can be seen with our copacho. No special could have been copa and one of a pacho. And yet things are. If you're only no credit. Only no credit. It's at the 18 one casasso. Uko boga na jollof. Ye fire. Uko boa be a Maya kodi bauniana wankasa if ya unse na nado. Washeda na o sabotage no. Ama yari. Ama echa na odi akoma achimfo. Asantefo. Asanti ye mai. Se kutu se bam. Mota mananado ozi. Nanado has an intention to operation of baunia. So that you make it look like only pencil that not breast or my the pepe the cra a flat bearer bank for fun swan man. Munji if yandi. Bamia for Munji if yandi ana. Uncle Francis if yan sound of Munsan Savior. I joined the enemy now by friend. DJ fire, no door. But me no casa no be do. Go be say if ya say, sister if ya. And then you pay over kind of queen natural because Nanado or you simuna against yourselves. Nanado, Nini Jaho Marie Lucy from Marie cry money named Dini, Obaya Papa. Marie money named Dini because Marie. Oh, can no cry on the bush you would share ye, mom, you can't say, and I'm Marie Crawlat on the bush. But Charlie, if she wanted to be a patriotic person, so your Dogana, she did amazing. Because if you're not, and if you want to win the Baunienti without coming out with all the truth, one Casacra, and yes, if you're not just can your man or family, the Basan can be what them. But I don't care if you are working, Mammy Bobby. Naiti.
Nanado went to Nigeria to tell them not to finance Baumia. Nanado tell Aliko Dagote not to finance Baumia, and that Baumia is a Muslim. Yeah, to Akanama. When allegedly cow crab your neck and Nanado went and told Osanju everybody in Nigeria not to finance Baumia, and that John Mahama is got only 4 years. I said, well, I'm not alleged. I said, well, I am not alleged because I spoke with them on the phone. I swear on my life, I'm not alleged. That's Baumia of 4 years ago. Baumia of 4 years ago. And after Baumia 4 years ago, or no Nanando or the boy, I am not alleged. I am not. I am not.
Yeah.
And you know, sir, dear yellow, and baby, and my series of events. All you know, me one of Emma series of events. I am completed. It is what it is. Yeah, coach, baby, you understand? So, you know, he told us that I do that. But this mama is just Nana is like he doesn't want
Alatanini say, hey, I said, Nanado, on one casa, on Pesaba Womiano, obey me, oh, Alatanina, and one, if you are Mr. White. Pesemi do at them. By no dress, as someone what can a near to say, Mammy Bebo, Basuti, if you are winning your current fear. Winning Sabaumi, Nanado was shed that $1 million is Kakitwa, or buy our enterprise, win $1 million, and castles the door send a baby. Now, Godfrey Boating, a carver. But if you see, Nanado say or no himself about me, into Nanado, Asante for me, boom, back. One will send you a chill for that damn why didn't do pra. No more yen, no more yen, tea, nam swa, mudra practice and moody and to my tum katam with Nino. Nanado, mamma, mammy, quite. Yeah, Nanado, a casa mother serpent of corruption, Nanado, send it in fata. Oh, yeah. Send and toka kenjina noa, all Kwama Santi Maya, Onya Santino. Yambana basu ye. Hey! If you no crano, me pamucho Ghana jollof. And ya tell me the one was a move free, Fiano Bedinam page, Sunamuni. If ya the one fast watching at the moody, if ya only yammy sam, if it's a walk home school, I come home. If ya to me shada Jimmy no one so now can come. And then just in China, Mina needing nothing. As I walk on the mood, as I will my baby did nothing. A do send me born so I make us a muti as I want girl no cano. Inti Ken side now move to me adia Santi Minor. A DNA simu quite and come over to me. Ama a fear or your asset. If you are me bedin nothing and just on your asset. Yeah, Mamma Dramati, send your books on your night. When we perform with your mother to home. Kevin Taylor. Mrs. Crown point upon their money, Yansan, baby mammy, say, I then a party 4% MPP. Now, Obia, ye boo to say Kevin, or present one fee. That should be a sign for you people. Say, you are any native, we yamu party, he also chooses MPP. By Yan, Ghana Jollof way, and the coming no Nanado ne person see sa. Nanado ne person why do you saw about me no use in keke or you are not bet to Chinese menting so I can. There be a flag bearer and the old Bema Nama Nashi can also or Beboa party no. Almost she shad ye no, almost she shake. Senior can baby chi or mona can be seen a big boo. All per se, who na say, oh, no more page up you. Nay, warm. Nanado, we need your certificate. Hey, Nanado. The Ben would say, can I better send Nanado, dear Mimi check any pile, we need bonnet. They be our council Baumia. They be our council Baumia. Nanado tea, almost is shent upon SKB, need through contour or your chin. So wish ya, Obia or ye or chimney, away people was thrown no. They have planned this. Obeba besu senya misimu efia son. Efia motistika obisa Kennedy Japan. Osi omuman $100,000. Oma famba no. Oko such an asset. Enyama efia ni munu se oye ni true no audio. Se yan krama no audio. Nkrofo no ni onwe sa business no. Info na efia odebalo mo yirum betu akodi abana she's an asset isramo me na me person be di efia tem me more than na me bona baso girl no wo info or see up $100,000 per kamoma no $150,000 efia has no business living in America but she's smart to want to save herself. Oh, ye, course, your yama baumia, if you are not doing the say, NDC for the camera, if you are NDC for which we have a cancer, say, Nanado, if you to your catcher and say that they are sorry trade up and or starting to come over Boko. And so, with much me better have the deep baumia comes Nanado, they shall say. As I no more do. Enka wudi mo anka mi be di Kevin ni efia tem me senior Kevin ni efia aka no senior mu odu no mi jato ho na me ba be di omo atem on me Jimmy chain efia na yakasa no nti efia
I told him that no, maybe it was before, but now he's in campaign. You remember he even told me that? Yes. But yesterday.
Nipati si then Nanado kasa ompeba umya. Enyo no campaign ya mani o si she. Campaign ben. Ono ria no akogine kire no si da bi o akwa no obi antoma no no amro eteni. Inti na do Messi da na komia osi Baumia is a two. Hey, Marie, you two, what it? Marie, we yeah. By you, Marie, Munko, mana kumantonium. Marie, Munko, Namunko Yamana kumantonium. Minyana made dinner temper. Reason why someone when you see, Nadia and said, oh, your mamma, no man, bona, baswa, my name, feeling important to the baby, not a soul. Eh, yeah. Marie, me, I enemy, Ba Marie obwaye pa. Marie ka no kra na no kra no hyehye enti ase onye ni papa. Ewa wo fa but osi odogana. And could be odogana nso die. That's how they act. Efia ujina baumia campo ba efia si nanado ne sabotage baumia. Ti ko bi say efia say. Eni esi say efia de na wo ka che say yakotuma. Baumia na usa na nado mu akowie sika poduo yetumi $1 million se je koma baumia na nado atsena so oh na se Kevin beka say baby aye you see o one na you asem so crystal clear say you see na you see o enye sa so de anya baumia so wa sheda na wa ene uti say we give me baumia oh yeah na but bottom line is this is a fight between Achimfo and Asantefo. And so Asantefo muni maso. Musi Akans unite. Muni Achimfo film na Achimfo adi omo hwehwe. Almost starting no kwame from my time. Mama yembo efi asen ye beto aso.
Yesterday he told Mohammed, he said he made you to give donation to Muhammad which he gave. And eventually he made him to give donation to Muhammad. I'm not concocting this. I am. But now he's in campaign. You remember he even told you that? Yes. But yesterday he told Mohammed, he said he made you to give donation to Muhammad which he gave. And eventually he sent another donation of $1 million only to Bamia. 1 million away, Papa.
Nanado to me sika bread Mahama the campaign. Nanya de man son farmer Baumia not naso. Misro, who share was send me bedi if you are one I was send could be safe ya say, sister, can you what? You deserve to be angry. Send a walk black inside that mom will no creno. Now, Sikano business will be $100,000. Say odi ji asante man akonwa ye friend presidency dia sayama asante man en kai say mo man $150,000 because mo yira mo omuntumi nkoma nkrama ndi omu for information na efia wo no say si e begi na tem si ni nyina mu no anything na wo info wo hia info na wo hia info abapasem kese si ba ye be sheda ma webu efie gimini anaya ma webu efunu nti wo beka no kre no mfa efie ho mesi anopa ni bo bae eni mu amaka nyina mu ye get behind me Satan Kennedy Japan nyansa ma so unse oni obi ye bibia ken on board am or see a watchers nigga. Why do you think it is important for Ken to make it clear say oni obi ti say efia eni ntokwa obi ti say efia ye mbunu hwe Ken or see me ntokwa because this girl is an asset. We won't want to acknowledge her today. She's beyond an asset. Mrs. Obisa $100,000. You can say double man. $200,000 to have this asset is peanuts. Me patron me can't win a man show. If you are on Mungo Bizano, she's an asset. She's more of an asset because of domain on Musenia domain. I never be home finding me out. Na mo amudi ba o echi no se nia efia kan ye fa mo ho eni One would digit. Back and forth, because someone who said, I was said, if you see I am so near about me, who said, yes, about me, I found it, like I said in the beginning. And the moment I am questioned them about me, I'm boom. Naya out waiting Nanado because Nanado no bound me, no you see or a flag bearer now. Obey you, woman, Nanado, oh, you're going to this car for my NDC. Nanado knew of any JB Danka CIA. It is a medium, my madam. Now, if you are camp into a fiancé, Indiana, Ghana Jollof, have this sensible conversation with each other because if you are through it all, say, I didn't know Prana Moya name and they also can. Or better, if you are any man, you shimmy, wouldn't wait now. If you had an order, so you not camp now. I was so to me big track and fall passing. May kind of pressure my moon tea about me. You are sabotaging, you say, but when you stay there, you say, young but one man, one can say, so wouldn't say, sister. Now I say, your Codisca. To give you a yama, you deserve it, but I want to tell you, say, it's in the sense, it says, Yama, $1 million, and I may put $200,000 from Kenside at the amount. Now we pay $1 million no so. No one asantimai ashre akonya eye ikrona konya asantimai eye o mind dada. Sister Efia say nye ya santua ne werebe wo. Waka say tia omo. Metumi ekogya wa ma wadwan atoa. Ba wan so na waka say tia omo no. E ti say ya santua e mema na kasa say ye be say na one fee omo. Now, Okofa man or the cock one no G Akogano. The same thing, no, I am. And once you'll be doing at work. But you are an asset. And you know the truth. It's everyone if ya. Everyone be brave. So, winning way now. That's still, you see, my sister. I dear Akoji is stretching us anti my what if ya. I give you a diamond is stretching Asantimine. Asantimine or take a course for no to me kwaji IMF Emma John Mahama. A dear document now to me Jim Mount. If ya Mawasanti send me a wati. Be a fantini. Moya, I see a new two so my mother is say ye. You man can you do yet in the sa. The binti and I said ye. It's if you have the same in this album. We so one our kind. My intuition. A more duo, where more do titanasi. Which is Stefia. Now maybe South Asia, Asia, Sasadia, I don't see, and I won't say CI. And so a bit sing there, Sister Fia and fine till now bow. But Sister Fia to meet now I bought my 18 trust say I can. Into no moon. If you are a dear dear amount and soon chance anti-mine, what's so to do? Into the other mouth coins to say ye did not count if you are making you what? If you are making. Can't for anyone do ye. But if you are you do greetings, GJs. But if you are you know too much, Minya made you attend ye. But then the person can't say you are an asset. You are selling yourself cheap. Don't do it. Shodi, Akaba. If you are asante my son, na se wo ebu itwe gya wo ho ama ya ma osika kitu e bi if you are abra wo nim nokore no wo na wo kan nyame na make. If you are menye. Kenfo, muntie mi amika if you are asset wati. Money no koka en wo nka if you meet me akasam fam kwasi asem ko ene de Japan munti ni okaneme or see if you are cancel or see can him asem ni echi. He is the best. But why should she be the person to come and advocate when she says give me deserving money after I can no dey matter? $100,000 spend if you beside nko the other camps ye to dan check if you na to asante for eno na mekwa akobia no ama na akobia ya to ye de something wa be come. But if you is an asset muyama ka mi bedi na temu make no prayer afa ne ho ama mu be. If you is an asset masa men dada ho Marie is an asset na Marie le buefu but Marie we hu ye hey Marie exposing profile no say na do ye udinye ni if you aka chen ni amaka ho nti efie biem. Deutschland. Fear is an asset. As much as I want to insult her, consult the girl. Appease the girl. Asante for na more party. Ken side na menemo kasano. This girl doesn't belong to the Baumia camp. She knows it's a failed attempt. Intimuko bi say if you said, "Dear na edi ama na to na koma so say, afi obedi Baumia na oni se na nado asabotage no." If you are men, you why? Asante man suche achin. Na wo be ma kwan. If you are wo be ma kwan, na wo be false. Or say asante for na muwo mu no. Muntie, muma mi repeat na mi ya mi fa ke mi tela so. Enya nsasem bi a oka enti a ene me ba se nka me bedi na tem. Ba enya ni nyina na e wo se enya atem die. Ni chino so ka no kura bia no so say yentie mutie efia bi mu won na ode ma asante for no. So he has already won 50%. Divide and operate. MPP Mwachana Emuncheye. We are allowing them to win. Asante Mai Mumpeja Mumama Asante Semunyamu. Ghana Jollof, you have to be like Obatiwa. Said Dr. Baumia, Ambine, say Obeba Kokaken, no more out waiting Nanado by winning the seat. Akan and Pepe. Now Ria, Omwe Jama, Akan, Asante Fono, Senya, na Etiena, Utina on a Mushadi. Say at your time, say when you better send me by Libedi. Mese Kevin tell and the one fast one, I'm seeing a new assembly. Making that them and yan in the baby my votes. No, the boy has the truth. Me ferryman will say party I and you'll see and one no. Ain't Jean Wushe or no sending me to MPP. The MPP no. Kevin Craig is some saying to move Jayas and mine. For property, muja matching for yana. Marie Wubuni, and Subu. If you are sure, sing your bonsan bayama at the papa no best room, and no be before no bebano. If you are sure, it. Marie Yasset, Kevin Taylor now, all can't, or that's who Tim send me MPP new. Mobafan say, I'll go below the or Yasset. These people wanted to tell the truth. More here. And of course, or part one thing, that will be channel kakra beji. Why not the onji? But maybe are not come home. Because the other conspiracy theory can also be say, Dr. Baumiana or NDC. And he said, Dr. Baumia, or one another senior. JB Dankos Ebua CIA for now. Again, MPP for Shishan and a Baumia only. Ken can be out because Ken on come cabinet. And he can there, he's always out. Baumia has been in charge of police. Baumia saw the JB Dankos person. Hey, Charlie. Maybe a JB Dankos not hey, Charlie. Marie, we're losing the family now. We have to make it worth a while. Marie, she feels unacknowledged. She feels she lost. Marie, no one is going to be to brother and sister on your bed. Tika in the Nikia, they talk pick up, say, chain, 90 to Sabronia. Now, we and me a man to pick up a class. Yeah. Mungo bisa solid TV, mumu so bia Maria ye. Hey, Maria, can timer. Munka no pre, gam ye juma. There's no appreciation. So you lost her. And then you say, oh, you're a political prostitute or a human being. We need you na ye dijawa. Hey, yeah. Yes. Muntie fiabio. Ghana Jollof. Nana we divide area. Oh, really? He has won. If you are can petrol, but some funny way before I mean back cancer way. Which one do you prefer? Report na ba intel me by nko bisa yenu ba if you said then a also ye turn silence and if you ma santiman here kan wati bisra mema achimfo yi enchinchi munza emfa presidential or say oh fan show bi ansem da he meant it. If you na video no na bra ko Nigeria say Sikanu mpoji wa farm reba unya. Obo enyi na wambo kendi o. Now, osi asantifo nintie ana okay sesi a mbeti wezo. Beba sa munti asese efia so kanokra emfa ne ho. Na se efia tumi kan sa anokra no sa time no. Na se ne oni Ghana jollof aye one de ne Ghana jollof. Wuni efia ntena ho na bisa no nokra a ewo asem o kafa na na do ho se. Omo ana omo sabotage ba me muntie nkomo we.
Mama ne family da na koda ejo ye say no se mu NDC fo mu simu betimi mu se mu na se mu kan ko enche papa ne sa dia wuye wudi musuo na ebre Ghana fa chimi what na se better be video say John Mama ene ne banada ene one ne ne wajimi o mo ne mo ye kwasiafo o kwasia what it's a true into the politics are done no. Who was saying Yamini, our Falano, and enough for Siwa, and the wood Japan, now we hear so first lady now walk a dinner, what it does. I try to say, I said, Ghana for market, and I said, Mondo was said about travel. Just because of politics.
Somebody, if you did right, because me society, Ghana jollof me kan ya say aba farida crowd show se omo na say okay be airtime enso enne when you na-echi no efia ni Ghana jollof omo tu bom ye video fefe Ghana jollof uni efia you are the wrong side unless efia no boa o video am boy it doesn't make sense, it doesn't add up. Na mama yentie Kevin Taylor so enu masem Adikonti and the man bassing will be dinner time.
Kuma ina sekna Mahamudu Bawumia papa. Yep. Kuma ina sekna Mahamudu Bawumia papa. Do not forget. Assassination muno. Kwame Nkrumah assassination muna na or even the assassination nano. Kwame Nkrumah CPP ina sekna no taking decision. Nkrumah befa Nkrumah be ha ana Nkrumah betina obegi flower ha no na Mahamudu Bawumia papa your friend dey Mumuni Bawumia Alhaji the papa na okakwa Nkrumah ina second. It remember Mahamudu Bawumia papa is CPP. Oya UPP na the papa is CPP na Kwame Nkrumah ina second security detailing no na the papa ni mubi. ideology of a group of people are back together to form a political party called the NPP. And when the person look at the NPP, look at the ideology, look at what they can do from within. And it's like I just said, their inner monkey is dangerous. The inner monkey of the party called NPP, they are very dangerous people. The people he trusts, 7 times a day, Mahamudu Bawumia Papa was with Kwame Nkrumah as a CPP loyalist, senior member of Nkrumah's government. But for some reason, there were people still penetrating. Nkrumah's security was still being breached. It was say, there's some people around Nkrumah were they the ones working with Luciamo and JB Dankomo to eliminate Kwame Nkrumah. Now it's a question everybody needs to think about. Right now, Kwame Nkrumah, Mahamudu Bawumia Papa, the two Mankasa Odiye, no is CPP. Bawumia Papa no is CPP, no the Kwame Nkrumah and now. Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah pulling in the Kwame Nkrumah security. You to be preaching now Mahamudu Bawumia Papa or Nkrumah inner circle member. Think about it. Now, about 9 September 1962, the same year, the same year, from August, so the 4th, 9th, they took another action. And then your friend, the Flagstaff explosion. The woman to Nkrumah, our Flagstaff house was so, Mahamudu Bawumia Papa, now okay, Nkrumah, inside trusted people, no, Mahamudu Bawumia, the Papa, and you saw him in the video. Now, already 9 September, they see Flagstaff house. They followed Nkrumah to Accra. They wanted to come kill him. They didn't want Nkrumah to cross 1962. They wanted to finish him and said, "Abodi Bekawa, if you want to me." Every single day they were able to breach Nkrumah's security. For some reason, he was able to escape the death. But the same people he trusted, including Mahamudu Bawumia Papa, they were in his inner circle. And this is an advice to John Mahama. John Mahama should be very careful. But we are moving forward. It took us September 9, 1962.
I don't think that John Mahama should be careful. Bawumia is NDC as we speak because of Nairi Ramadan, the brother, Una rich information from NDC. So I support Kevin Taylor. John Mahama should be careful. NPP also should be very mindful of Bawumia.
Here's what happened. Just weeks after Kulungugu, a second bomb exploded at Flagstaff House during a celebration. A child died. And several.
How many times have the catcher will say? So people say it will be where there is an event, be so. Because in background of bell into your pet, baby I don't want their show before fro. You
injured. Nkrumah, though shaking, survived again. The Kumasi Command, a militant anti-Nkrumah group, was blamed. Mass arrests followed. The president's paranoia deepened, and Ghana's political climate grew darker. Almost Nkrumah fi Kulungugu by almost at Nkrumah. Our Flagstaff house. Now almost yet to make you on a bomb. Sasuye entity. Yakobo di Nkrumah for fie. Nkrumah. Akwada kiti. Young girl. Jim. Omeko also. Remember, Omeko to bomb Kulungugu. Nipa 70 the year at time. Omasa bankan. Asa to Nkrumah. They want to leave a Flagstaff house. Omasa to bomb. Omo investigations no. That group we were Asante Memo. You're from there. Kumasi Command. They did not like Nkrumah. Also, Nkrumah. Government investigations, someone said those were the people who were behind the Flagstaff house bombing. The UP are dangerous. The NPP, their inner monkey is dangerous. threatening Kwame Nkrumah's security. They were still breaching it every single time. But Nyankopo, for some reason, was telling Nkrumah, look within, John Mahama, look within. God has been telling John Mahama, look within, look within. The NPP as a political party, a killing machine.
Yo. Yeah, what next one? Next one. Muntie. Papa na wewu no. Papa na wewu no. CIA for na mubedi on one bro. Muntie.
My statement is just simple. Yes, it was good to eulogize JB Dankwa. It is good to espouse some of the good things he did. And I'll stand here and say he never did anything good. But it's important to appreciate the fact that he betrayed his state. And look, Mariden. Martin Mariden book is a bigger. He was a traitor. He was a CIA. Before I walk into this chamber, I am quoting Martin Meredith's book of the State of Africa. He described J.B. Dankwa as one of CIA agents who was paid to betray his country. These are not my words. These are not my words. Mr. Speaker, I have a copy. I have a copy of that book in my office. No way. He played no role in the building of our country. Don't attribute something to him. And Mr. Speaker, he also said that J.B. Dankwa died a horrible death. And the Busia, as a matter of fact, the NLC constituted a committee to investigate the circumstance under which J.B. Dankwa died. Honorable member conclude. He died in next honorable member conclude.
Medress children. Papa no deny no can J.B. Dankwa asem. Someone is all can helicopter for no. Muntie next one Asante for Muntie.
Following the 1966 coup, the Ghanaian traitors, together with their Western masters, engaged in a vicious propaganda campaign to demonize President Nkrumah. He accused President Nkrumah of the worst possible crimes so as to justify.
Samati. Yanko.
Plan, policy, everywhere. On the coin, get that by the coin. On the coin. J.B. Dankwa the boy. J.B. Dankwa told the CIA, said, listen, for the very first time, he told the CIA, said, Ghana's independence means nothing to him. These were his own words. And I have a document to prove it to you. I can't start taking in to investigate that man. J.B. Dankwa said, CIA said, Ghana's independence na Kwame Nkrumah ne ho anto. Opese Ghana de ho. Na Ghana be your man ni mo do e we bibire ha nyina no. it means nothing to him. There's a document to prove. He wrote officially. So let nobody sit anywhere in this country and think that David Dagwa did something for this country. You can never change the history of this country. Back to the main story. We see go and read JFK Ordeal in Africa. And tomorrow I'll show you pictures. We have the chapel. Examine phony, picture of the body here. Now the picture not to walk bam. The body here, now the picture not to walk bam. The body here, now the picture not to walk bam. Don't be any swat at all. Because it has taken me 7 years. Because you was school, no? Oh, just say, Jenny Dagwa. Then I said, no. I've got a year to be a new young man in Quincy. So let me take my time and investigate this. Who said Dr. B on to a blow of Yahya? At a point, I traveled with him to somewhere to go collect books. Chapter 6 of that book. Jerry Dagwa prison, no. And then people said that Jerry Dagwa was rich. He was not rich, yeah. If indeed Jerry Dagwa was rich, and then the CIA and the Chianica, and it's kind of man a bush for me, I didn't want to come out of prison. Can I stand? People will try to twist and turn our history. It will not wash. It wouldn't go anywhere. It will never happen. Not anymore. Jerry Dagwa prison where a U.S. ambassador to Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah time, my body DMO. Your friend Richard G. Mahoney. Oh no, actually the book. Plus the memoirs said, Ghana, I know. Jerry Dagwa prison, said he had the Sika, if you see I played the bush for. CIA was paying Jerry Dagwa's family the stipends. I remember when the other man would jail because nobody Trump.
Wow.
And for concern, no DVD. Maybe say, we went to the other day. We bought also the Grataba. Let's wait the Grataba. The Asia, baby, no be a studio. We take who Cassana mentioned Cassa. Who can't know about page, no about page. No approving, no approving. Near that. I'm telling you today. And what was I doing before that? You said, don't come busy at home, really. And anyone said, listen, there's a car when you remember, said it was your same Ghana, said it was your mayor, because damn possible. Exactly what he was doing. Now watch this. Tell me down quite that, please, your buy it, 2nd to 1961. Maybe, yeah. Come here. Peter, when you are there, Jerry, the guy walked straight to the U.S. ambassador in Ghana that time. So, I didn't see him with German baby. And CIA for one met me at Toby Woman. Actually, the car at TV.
Wow. Matiana. JB Dagwa Akufo-Addo. Mumuni baomia baba omia. Asante for Ghana Jollof. Ken is not your enemy. Ken beboa ma waji asante mai akonwa na. President na ye chichire wo menhia no. Memo mo fa bufuo mbehyew. Mutie. Okay.
Yeah, ambassador. Go to Amazon and buy the book and read. The BO going to start this whole thing from. Oh, I see how maybe I did red line up to now. I want to start detailing JB Dankwa, the political Judas, information would need from the Papa Kasa, and he's privy to the document. Go and buy the book. Saw no basis for operational activity and recommended that, and I quote, we maintain our presence on a business as usual basis, end of quote. Ambassador Mahoney was soon to find out, however, what careerists normally prefer to ignore by instincts and what political appointees usually fail to grasp through innocence, that an ambassador is seldom a master of his own house. So this part of the book, now Mahoney catch us and papa time I appointed say on your day, Umbra Ghana, now my ambassador by JFK Castle Umbrano. Then the papa a politician who basically did not know say there were a lot of things that comes together for an ambassador to have his crowns and to understand what is actually happening. Or say the papa do you know and not see as they say. So which na bontini as be a woman and to say which and then you can say we say my dinja. The papa Mahoney. This is the time Mahoney no nie. Mahoney meets with the U.S. ambassador to Ghana, William D. Mahoney Jr., 11:13 a.m. President John F. Kennedy in rocking chair meets with U.S. ambassador to Ghana, William D. Mahoney Jr. The ambassador met with President Kennedy before departing for his post, Oval Office, White House, Washington, D.C. It is before Mahoney every D.C. He met the president who said, go to Ghana and be the ambassador. This is the picture they took before Mahoney left the United States. Eti Mahoney no show book ne papa nie on the JF Kennedy ne to no on net say akonya white no. Eti Osia the president and son of free DC aba Ghana abaye ambassador. Eti evidence no ho but share mo say the papa and the buy. Now mo mianko the papa buy no dey see. Now o check story now. Who read it the first time now? Over see on that. The red line has started. You can't flew. This is what you see. Red line is that you're saying. The matter concerned Dr. J.B. Dankwa, a Nkrumah's opponent in the presidential elections of 1960, who had been released from prison a few months after Mahoney's arrival as ambassador. Dankwa paid a visit one November day to the embassy to ask Mahoney why the funds his family had been receiving during his imprisonment had been cut off after his release. Wow. Time Mahoney bedroom Ghana or taking position as the ambassador. On one day, JB Dankwa, November, Eba and Ho, Eba catcher the say, I'm in the prison. Now, if you prison by no, my bill will say, and yet they are not chairman who American government is chairman in the Busiano. They are not with the money. All the time, my name is a prison, but they will say, and maybe it is JB Dankwa, the political Judas. He confronted Mahoney, the ambassador then. That's what one catcher said, Mr. Ambassador, many of them JB Dankwa, many of the contesting Kwame Nkrumah in the 1960 elections. I was jailed because of the things I did. Now, in jail, I was expecting the United States government through the embassy to be paying my wife, my kids, and myself. So I was expecting my accounts to be full. So I'm reading to you, I'll say, the matter concerned Dr. J.B. Dankwa, Nkrumah's opponent in the presidential election of 1960, who had been released from prison a few months after Mahoney's arrival as ambassador. Dankwa paid a visit one November day to the embassy to ask Mahoney why the funds his family had been receiving during his imprisonment had been cut off after his release. I didn't know free prison by salary or that's so. I don't know what is baby. The question is, a Juma Ben and a JB Danko Ayama, the US Embassy or the US government. Why was so ambassador no call say, why are you not paying me? That is a question for the gods. That is a question for the gods. It will be able to say, why did Juma and a JB Danko Ayama American Embassy? A dinner no Yama America for or that prison or Pieba or the ambassador no problem. Say, I don't know who to Mamia, what can't he? That means the JB Danko we know was working for the Americans. What work was he doing? If you remember know because you as a Ghanaian, you cannot just get up one day and say, about US Embassy, pay me. No, it doesn't work like that. You should have done some work for the US Embassy before they will pay you. So the question is, did you remember that JB Danko US for in 1960? Wow. 61, 62, or even before 1960. Because from the way he's talking, he was being paid before 1961, 62. That means he was working for the Americans or the CIA for a long time before even 1960, 61, 62. Now, the other part of the book, now, they're reading free a stroke at the red line. Now, David Danko, I approach Mahoney. Now, Mahoney walk Kakra, then one. A day, and a sea, you do. Mahoney, the body book, and me. So you cannot say Kevin Taylor, Mahoney Bano, or now what's your Kubusa. The children who come America, say, your children of work America home and publishing. It is all a problem. I call Mahoney. The Kubusa. Now, who read page 185 or say, this was the first time that Mahoney had heard of the arrangement. Okay, this was the first time that Ambassador Mahoney, what he said, a US government, a politician in Ghana or contestants of a president. This was the first time a politician from America, what he said, how can somebody contesting on the flag of the NDP being paid by the US government through the embassy? The ambassador was.
There is a reason why Kevin Taylor Nyansanisa mentioned Baumia as a supposed example. Kevin, Nyansa fucking and Chese me dinatem. Ain't an immediate bufu say or dinner who caught to Quasia saying no. If I say Betty Kevin at the moon, but seeing as a Samuel Oka. One example like Kevin May or winding. Baumia. Who can say example? Kevin is speaking like you.
This is the first time I am hearing something like that. As an ambassador, I didn't even meet anything like that. And I'll be this question. Because the name Mahoney, one said, how can a presidential candidate who wants to be the president of the country, how can he be working for a foreign country? Taking salary, the same time wanting to be president. That was a shock.
And so Ghana 40 abroad, you say, what dual citizenship? Won't we be your Ghana? Pasiawi, you would in Ghana or per presidency of Ghana, but he was working for America. If you are Sikebi or Mudiama be a Santi Maiso, if you are time, we say, better say, we dinama Santi Mayo, we didn't bet me. Then quite a Sicafia being told or empire.
So Judas wanted his money. Now, who will be or say? So what did the ambassador do? After Dankwa left, so after JB Dankwa free the few or coin, and now free embassy or coin, this is what Ambassador Mahoney did. After Dankwa left, he summoned the CIA chief of station to ask why he had not been advised of the agency's association with Dankwa. Dankwa Ekeka ne sem we na o free embassy wo no. Enna Mahoney o ya ambassador no efre embassy wo no almost CIA desk or department in charge CIA for and of fresh station boss we say again na ekoso a minim wo hwe no. Thank you. It's na yetua JB dan kwakwa eka sika and me as a new ambassador I have no knowledge about. So the guy as the ambassador no of fresh office wo of fresh CIA agent now on what desk was a station desk officer bra. Man we buy a friend JB dan kwa or contest kwa me kruma so be so the president. The tiano ababa ka chem say the pay akem. JB pa it was sika yeah papa no sika no za akem ana Mahoney busa CIA agent say papa no ba o say friend JB dan kwa munyina munim onna na o contest kwa me kruma 1960 no person Ghana president waba ha be ka chem say oda payroll so adentina okoda prison oba ya ni sika na o se tua ne etua no iti mo a we CIA fo a me beto wo office ano mo ma me answers na Mahoney are confused. The presidential candidate he taking salary from a foreign government for embassy. It's not Mahoney. Now you mind the secret name. Now young court story this will be the Mahoney yeah. Now this is what happened, or this is what followed. Now, I'll say this, okay, I'll say. My minister just maybe I'll rave. I'll say he summoned the CIA chief of station to ask why he had not been advised of the agency's association with Danko. Dissatisfied with the explanation, Mahoney flew to Washington, D.C. 2 days later and personally informed President Kennedy about the matter. Mahoney no ya better than ebusa CIA for no to be answer for baby. To papa so. They could not give a direct answer because when you say idea easy. Now Mahoney until one say. And I say, then I am flying to Washington, D.C. I want to come and meet the president and tell him about this because I don't know what is going on. Mahmoud Baomiaba also U.S. Embassy in Janica. How? JB Dankwaba. Note, Kevin, tell our second example or say Mahmoud Baumia. Note. Okay. Or yet, political leader of an opposition party said that the kind of salary buy. So Mahoney was confused. He was worried. Obusa CIA just get so now what embassy one. Almost end to be share a straight answer. I said BB Koso. And Mahoney said, oh no, the politics oh yeah, any smart president Tasmano. He doesn't want to offend anybody. So he's going to go back to his appointer. He's going to go back to his boss to question the boss, say, what is actually going on for a presidential candidate to come to my office demanding for salary? Now, Yansha DC, a time of call, a year, Washington DC, Obusia president. Now, the president, we do Washington DC. Now, Obusia president, I didn't tell JB Danko about saying Janica. This is what transpired between Mahoney and the president. The president reacted sharply to the news and told Mahoney that he had sent a letter to all ambassadors in May 1961, making it clear that their authority extended to all phases of embassy decision-making. Kennedy, that is the president, authority Kennedy, then telephoned CIA Director John McComb and told him that he was sending Mahoney over to CIA headquarters and wanted the matter resolved immediately. And President Kennedy catched Mahoney said, Mahoney, I have given instructions, and the instructions I have given, it applies to every embassy around the world, especially in Africa, that some decisions have been taken and that some actions are not supposed to be taken. The president told Mahoney, I am sending you to the CIA boss. The president could have sent him to the Senate boss. He could have sent him to the Agric boss. He could have sent him to the education boss. But the president said, I am sending you to Macron, who is the director of the CIA. Komakon ho. Now Macron in church this is what he said. The president, Kennedy, then telephoned CIA director John McCone and told him that he was sending Mahoney over to CIA headquarters and wanted the matter resolved. It's a friend McCone or phone so. And I say, I am sending Mahoney to you, making sure says we must solve a problem. So the president acknowledged that there was a problem. What Mahoney called DC, echoed the boss, or the boss say, a presidential candidate in Ghana is demanding salary. Why is he demanding salary? And the president said, my instructions say, Bibina Bibi Koso, Nasa Bibino, Yen Sisi. Obianoka said, go to the CIA director, Macron. Now, on making sure says our problem it has been resolved. Meaning, the president knew, was my directive, we said, Bibi way, Esunka. So there was a problem. So Mahoney was so green. He didn't know that J.B. Dankwa was a senior staff member of the CIA desk. The Wakra. Mahoney did not know. He didn't even have an idea. He's green. It's what happened. Mahoney had to go to the director of CIA, Mr. McCall. Now let's go back and see what happened after that. Team, stay with me. Now, this is what happened. It's Macron, director, and an okay Mahoney, and a Mahoney, echo Macron. Now, this is what happened. The understanding that emerged from the meeting at Langley was that, because of Langley, the whole CIA director and office Langley. I want to see headquarters.
Okay.
It's not what you said. The understanding that emerged from the meeting at Langley was that, and I quote, no undertaking of any kind, even remotely involving our situation in Ghana, would either be continued or launched without the ambassador's knowledge and approval. End of quote. Director of CIA, or instructions. Say, all the embassies in Africa will be anyone taking decision in the name of the CIA without him, his directions. Meaning, he's acknowledging, say Obika Ewo Ghana as an informant. He has given instructions that that person should not be paid. He has given instructions that whoever is making noise, the decision has come from the headquarters that all their embassies, whoever was working with their embassy, including the one in Ghana, Mahoney, follow no. Nobody, nobody is supposed to be paid that. It affects JB Damkwa too. Now, now it appeared, however, that the damage had already been done. A siege mentality had taken hold in Flagstaff House. More than 500 persons, more than 500 persons were being held in detention as the police continued to search for the terrorist group. Now, Kwame Nkrumah are worried because they wanted to kill him. Now, he had seen the bomb threat on his life. Kwame Nkrumah got worried. He knew there were some people in this country who were working with some foreign nationals or foreign agencies that wanted to take him out. Kwame Nkrumah activated a vigilance. About 500 people who felt they were part of that idea to eliminate Kwame Nkrumah. They had fled Ghana.
Wow.
Do you understand? It is a siege, That siege mentality, It was because Kwame Nkrumah, they had threatened his life so many times. At this point, Kwame Nkrumah did not know what to do. He had to take action because he realized, he said, there were some people in this country, they wanted to take him out. They tried to eliminate Kwame Nkrumah, bomb, poison, so many times. So that was when Kwame Nkrumah also activated defense mechanism. Some of the mechanisms that Kwame Nkrumah implemented is some foreign consulates, what he did was Nkrumah viewed foreign consulates and beyond Accra, any South foreign consulates any Accra, if you want to Benin, the neighboring countries, he saw them say those people who were trying to take his life, that were the places they were harboring. So Nkrumah became very vigilant. Nkrumah started also activating the senses to make sure he protects himself and protects his nation. Now, already documented. Let's move forward. More than 500 persons were being held in detention as the police continued to search for the terrorist group. The government ordered all foreign consulates outside Accra to be closed immediately. The embassy reported that Nkrumah was now pathologically obsessed. The embassy reported that Nkrumah was now pathologically obsessed with the CIA and was passing out copies of Andrew Tully's expose. CIA, the inside story on an indiscriminate basis. So it got to that point whereby Kwame Nkrumah became pissed off. He became paranoid because so many times they had tried to kill him. He was like, what the hell is going on around here? So what happened was that he became very suspicious and the CIA became his focal point because he realized that the CIA had a lot of resource and whatever was happening, the gadget and the kind of intelligence that some people were having in the country, it was geared towards him. He noticed that he was believing that the CIA has something to do with it, but he knew the CIA was not doing it directly. They were using some people in the country. This is in the book. I did not see this. The descendants, and I quote, the governments, and what they were doing was to destabilize Ghana. The ambassadors went and landed on the desk of the president. So what Buzia, J.B. Dankwa, the NPP wanted, had happened because they wanted the Americans to see Kwame Nkrumah's regime as a terrorist or a tyrant regime. Now they have been able to create that impression and created it in a form of a document on the desk of Kennedy that Kwame Nkrumah is a communist and that Kwame Nkrumah is in Ghana killing people, suppressing people, chasing people out of the country. But every single person, J.B. Dankwa, Buzia, Bedema, who left the country, they left because after they tried to assassinate Kwame Nkrumah, it backfired and they all ran for their lives. That was why we're all out of the country, living in our neighboring countries. So Kwame Nkrumah did not push them out. They ran away because of their deeds. J.B. Dankwa, who was caught, was jailed. J.B. Dankwa came out asking for his salary from the U.S. government. That is how we got to know J.B. Dankwa. This guy is a political Judas. Do you understand the picture?
Yes.
So we can just say J.B. Dankwa, Onye Judas. J.B. Dankwa is a traitor.
Nanado.
Another information on Fambra.
Wow, Kevin, Michi Baba, wait here.
Because they papa na ya ambassador.
Wait here, Emodu, Kevin. Kevin can no credit because if you are asking is sopium, say Nanado. On Peseba o mia beba. Oh, you see no keke. Nanado akoka tralata for say. Nanado, Niane wa faye o CIA no. Mijidi se oye nia a chainsa. Jama bronya ba on. Mama minko off. Mama minko off. Me ba se mi bedi atem, but muntie biom efie nu mu asem. J.B. Dankwa for no. Na CIA for no. Entia no be you see pa umian. Jesus. If you are no creno, Kevin tell us in the creno. Get those two people. We divide area. Wama Brian so abesha wa abetu bi egu. Na nado we divide area na o ruling so. Obe make sure so mbe wie mu ama Dr. Baumia. Nye so odo Dr. Baumia o. Owie onu abema Dr. Baumia ari. Ghana jollof e mu. Big fire. It is possible. Obi am go funu bia. Ni na ka obonsan hihye no senior. Ye ni be free to say achimfo e na eji ade ni fi asantefo. Yemweni. Na asenwa efi akan. Wan mu no say obubu efu say Baumia de asantefo e ka de ho ehia no. Wan mu na ofu say obubu efu wan mu. Ntie bio. Opasa mo kwhwa abronya odi atem mo betie no kren.
It's going about telling people that United Party, no, United now, I ain't an appetite. Because why is it on some? It divides and no place. Why is it on some? It divides and no place. And I know about Miano, and I don't know, they don't lie, and now they come over. Massa.
Masiama nti se fia nimsa no kura we na se fia da so se ye nkotoma bagange against na efia na eka say yo nyame amabodam nyame am ye bipolar nyame am efia na eka say efia so mundi ana nko bisa efia onka no kra wo mu ma ho ken efia it was sensible second ko hu no sika obisa no mo fama no manembroso. We need her. She's an asset. Kevin Taylor, there is a reason why Odasu team send the MPP new. Mamu mweni ngo so wate. Na ne boy no team can remove do. So be a wetumi aye bibia de abaya bafo. Na still ogu nenimu ase ka say. Oh, still that must for the heart. Still MPP na. Nya yetia ebe uda ma se me ba betan be di careful na family di if ya tem. Beyond that, these people are assets. They are assets. Moko bisa Kevin say ti onye party bia bi say MPP na me still all pray. Say e ho no free. Ade na enya o de say ni nyine ti o si aha na me free. Efie kasa o. Ngo bi say efie say onim sa no kra we na ade nti e na onu aso bedada yen say yenkotoma Baumia wabra onim say Dr. Baumia ye de need yakọ. Efie ma santi sam hia o. Efie enfa oni ne aka bia be sin yenkodwan to na me kra ne wa dwe ntua bia o se me kodwan to aka. Anisraw efie. Unim no kra no inim zai says. Afi na mati ase adekọ ebe mo wotutu akọt na America. Efie ya santoa ekun eda na nim na enye easy o. ba okoye nti efia ade bia ye de ma wo no pese wo ti ase se eye Dr. Bamia na de ma wo Dr. Bamia na nkasa ofili se na na do mu pe na ase mu yusi no omo na obemama no na ono so di amasamira na odi abrew but efia presido chaso poku jimie na ya o asantini a wo ko ana ya chimuni mo ko hwehwe achimfo meaning say SK video ya chimuni dey na maye na na do oplani ya cha me see o you see ba o mi akeke mana ye se na na do presopra op for see ya ma ye de clinic oye Jolashi me da say na na do bua o Baba GH. Hey, Charles is from Koforidua. So that makes him what? Achimni or Asante minimum Pibrisa. If you're sure, when no asam no cressay, if ya make your bonsama, me no baba comba if ya minimum such a bonsa. Ashanti, thank you. Just so pokuma when in down. Nantokwawe. Enye Arafat Romeo, enye Kenen Baomiao, Nanado, ye Marie Wubwani o Mubie efia ni onye bia monfa nkoma no na ni efia ya ordinary information no nya no me ntimi nye ni links no jini ametumi jini Mrs. Christine Japan to me nye bi da na wewu so sa jini no so hunia. If you have asset, can tell us your asset. Inti ni awe na mbasa minye. Ayi asset we mi nko so ndi omo atem. Na omo nko so mo mbunfu. Na strangers nko so fa omo. Na strangers use omo against us and say. Me be kan no prani say ye me bu efu mu so. Ni amo kan bi anyansa wo na mi tie na ye den na. Muni mu nyansa sem no na mo aso wa bichi. Muni efia nko kasa na onimbi oka na mo be Kevin so kasa na Kevin oda so tiem sem ye MPP ni o se mo nkodwa ntwan na so road map na media nka nya me ase me kwa kodwa ntwan me fa the wrong side me say no kasa say na me bu for me dinatem ba se me pese me ye badwin ba na me using answer say any boy ni kan no Adi so apart from say me take Kevin efia me am be yeso ka kire me say sa na tie nanado oriye yen nazikro nanado oriye yen nazikro ozinkruma afofo atire drama hin nanado we antinia menka se kochi achimni o ba nyansan nim sa asantifo bechichiru mu kuo wa menhia na mo betina homa nanado de azan nanado efia ni okantim efia kan biom me pa cho kan biom
I tell you that Nanado went to Nigeria to tell them not to finance Bawumia. Nanado told Aliko Dangote not to finance Bawumia, and that Bawumia is a Muslim. Yeah, to Anamano.
Efia sunim say san o mo kan yin
Nanado went and told Osanju, everybody in Nigeria, not to finance Bawumia, and that John Mahama is got only 4 years. I said, well, I'm not alleged. I said, well, I am not alleged because I spoke with them on the phone. I swear on my life. I'm not.
Meaning Efia was outside, you know. She won't swear on her life for shit. Inti dike fire me Ghana jollof, Misramu. Asamu be fu me. Misramu kan fo amonti ase ese menumre membe di Efia tem we asantini a me nya wo pese me ka chi Efia if you are going the wrong route why Efia wo hianti na omo be ma osika na wa ye di na wakoka bia ma omo na waboa omo Efia be realize no na ese Ghana fo na omo nim se broni ni dada no ama na toni mi ama no se slave no efia men ye se ba omia nkasa nka mo te se nia na ne papa mu ni ba omia owo eyi enkroma detail mu a enkroma baby obefa bia na obi anim no so onya snitch sa eni onu aba omia no ye yusi no se nia na akomia kan se wokona se abronya ebi atem a oye lobi ni o onya santini me si ade we ya santini achem efia kra nim efia kra eka efia nim efia eka ka me 30 minutes pe pato me pese me ni bebre sa muntie
tell you that Nanado went to Nigeria to tell them not to finance Bawumia. Nanado told Aliko Dangote not to finance Bawumia, and that Bawumia is a Muslim. Yeah, to
yo ya lucky say efia o link no nim we na nti efia de ntina wo bo Nanado ama na beda adan say still yan kotuma Bawumia na wo se Bawumia Nanado asabotage no or train mama ha na ewie 4 years sister efia kan sika bi o bi ama obi anso nchen asanti man ebe mi yasa asanti fo ati o mo party Ken is your best bet right now Brian Champon so share Nanado true according to efia Ken is your best bet na se mo ko hwehwem na mo se Bawumia so ne ho so se na onim se ye yusi no then we get back to Bawumia ne Ken e ka bom no mo finish Nanado mbenka bom o se nye efia kensa na tie opese mu titi ni ekosu na Nanado ope na santi mumma mumu so Accounts Unite mum peja mumu o na moye na Accounts Unite na mo di achemfo ka ho a omti mumu na omukumu achemfo beyam ni ayeye mopra ni bia Nanado yankwa
Nanado went and told Osanju, everybody in Nigeria, not to finance Bawumia, and that John Mahama is got only 4 years. I said, I'm not alleging. I said, wait, I am not alleging because I spoke with them on the phone. I swear on my life, I'm not alleging. That's Bawumia of 4 years a pen. Bawumia of 4 years a pen. And after Bawumia 4 years along.
Opeson come Mahama. Nanu ne phone ye. My battery airport. My Mac will sleep soon unless it's plugged in. Let me go off. Why? Makasa biye. Mama me go off. Me pamucho. Inesa. Ebewu on me so mean to me posty, and it will be a lot of job. If you are winning more than you are spelling, it's wrong. For the sake of our Santima, if you are Nyadiama will be so sad, sister. Jemuma omwati. Jemuma Money no kasa Ghana jollof. Enya atem die na wuni efia ni na ebedi o.